mentioned, welcome to Idaho-today. We're here in the kitchen to help celebrate Halloween because it's just around the corner and it's time to get into the spooky season. Today we're excited to have Megan here with us. She's the owner of Boise Beauty Boards and here to show us how to create a fabulous Halloween charcuterie board. We're super excited, Megan, and thank you for being here.
Thank you
All right, so first, what are a couple of the elements that we use to create a charcuterie board, let alone a Halloween charcuterie board?
So I love it, just being creative for Halloween. So you always want to start with some kind of board. I have palm leaf boards here that I use, but you can use any kind of wood board. You can get some Halloween decorations like skeletons or, just a variety of different things to make the board pop. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a skeleton board.
Okay, I love it. Okay, and I like the fact too that the board that you picked out here, it's kind of in the shape of a coffin, right?
Yes, exactly.
So that there's that kind of Halloween pop right off the top, and you put a cute little skeleton here. I'm going to put my prompter roller down. That's what this is all at home, by the way, if you're wondering. And I'm going to put my gloves on. And Megan, why don't you go ahead and kind of walk me through how we would be building our own charcuterie board so those at home can maybe follow along or just get some ideas of how they can do this later for their Halloween celebrations.
Yeah, so I always start with the cheese and meat because that's the star of this show.
Okay.
Charcuterie is all about the cheeses and meats and then other elements with it. So the first cheese I have is called Vampire Slayer. I love it because it's got that garlic taste. So it's truly for vampires. And basically, I'm just going to cut this into little slices here.
Okay, and this is a cheese cutter.
Yep, this is a wire cheese cutter that you can get anywhere.
And do you recommend always using a cheese cutter? Because I've always found that it's way easier to make even slices, right?
Yeah, it makes a really good thin slices for cheese. It's very fine, so you can make smaller pieces. And you really want small pieces for each person.
Megan, I've already failed because I feel like my pieces are a little thick. Is this too thick or is this okay? Okay.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to basically stuff the cavity of the skeleton with a couple pieces of cheese.
All right, I'm going to copy you right now. Oh, cute. So you're actually going as far as to stuff the skeleton.
Yes.
That's so smart. Look how cute that is.
And then any extra pieces you can just put on the side of the board.
Okay. Stuffing my skeleton here. And you are not kidding about this cheese being called Vampire Slayer.
Yes, you can smell the garlic flavor.
Yes, you can. This is so pungent. Okay, so if you're a garlic lover, that's the cheese for you. Okay.
And then the next one is going to be this peppery one. This is actually called ghost pepper.
Oh, yes.
So, again, keeping with the Halloween theme, I always like to find cheeses that are unique and then also that are good for the seasons.
I love that. That's, such a brilliant idea.
This one I'm actually cutting into cubes. Sorry.
Okay, you got it. So we're cubing that. I'm just going to cube the ones that I've sliced. There we go. So with this, though, like you said, you're kind of celebrating the unique cheeses. So I'm imagining that, Megan, that a charcuterie is a great way to introduce your guests, maybe to some new culinary delights, if you will, that they may just pass in the grocery store on a regular basis.
Yes, and what's great about it is that during the holiday season, all the stores are coming out with new cheeses. Okay. So there's pumpkin spice cheeses, there's, a fig and balsamic cheese. So you kind of can find cheeses readily accessible. You can also get some cheeses online if you want to order cheese from a dairy outside of your area and then have it delivered right to your door.
Love it. Or maybe you can even think a little local, right? And maybe to go to some farmers markets and local places that celebrate Idaho produce and things. Okay, so what's the next one?
So next we're going to start with our meat. Okay. And this is prosciutto. I have it kind of wrapped in here because it's easier to pull apart. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of layer this onto the skeleton, kind of like, flesh.
I love it. So this is looking very Halloween-y now. This is so smart. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're layering the meat on the skeleton.
Yep,
love
you
it.
You can wrap it around the
this
legs
is so cool.
if you want.
Megan, this is so smart.
Kind of make it so fun. I love it putting these boards together for the holidays because it's a great way for people to get together and celebrate. There's lots of Halloween parties going on. So this is just a fun way to dress up different things for your guests and just make the party, keep happening.
Yes, and this is something that people are going to be talking about, right? Like this is an experience that they'll remember and is so cute. So Megan, I have to say we are a little tight on time. We only got 1 more minute left. I'm going to have you keep building this board as we go into break because I want to see the final product here.
Yes, definitely.
But really, really quick, let's go ahead and keep building. I'm going to put more stuff on the skeleton here. But what else would you do though? Because you're also doing some additional Halloween pops. You got some cookies, you got some candies.
Halloween is all about the treats. So you want to have some chocolates and sweets, some little cookies. You can get, kind of pumpkin crackers at the stores. Always use a lot of oranges and brown for the season. Also for kids, you can take just a regular slice of cheese and do cookie cutters.
Oh, that's smart.
And be able to cut cheese with the cookie cutters for the kids. And they can join in and make the boards together too.
Okay, I want everyone to know where to find you. Where do they find you?
So my website is boisebeautyboards.net. And then I'm also on Instagram and Facebook at Boise Beauty Boards.
Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah,
thank you, Megan. You keep building, my friend. I want to see this all finished. Idaho Today will be back right after the break.